video. I don't know what the fuck my video's on really. I guess it's on the left and the right, and how they're full of shit. And how they're essentially the same thing. How they tell you they're the same thing in their names. How they lie to you, but they're telling you they're the same thing. They tell you the truth in their lie. How it's meant to divide the public, and how it's meant really to support the right wing, and how the left wing is set up to support the right wing. Um, Also, I'm thinking about going on a shaving fast, or a fast. I'm not gonna shave until something happens that shakes up this fucking country. A war in fucking Iraq, a war in Afghanistan, something. I will have a beard down in my dick if something doesn't happen. I'm talking about war. I got kind of messed up in the head about it. I'm at a war in Syria, a war in Iran, something like that. Until something happens, until something changes, until this system gets shaken up, I'm not gonna shave. I'm gonna have a beard down in my dick by the time it's all over. This is just to wear my disgust, because I really don't like to have a beard. I like to shave my face. I sort of like to look like a girl, so I mean it's kind of bizarre, but the point is, I'm gonna do that, and I don't really know why, but I'm going to. So back to the topic. This video is about the fucking what do you call it? Right ring. Is the only reason it's around, and you need to understand this. The only reason there is a right ring, the only reason this hood wearing, skinhead, fucking rich, overweight, Republican motherfuckers, the only reason they didn't go out, haven't been put out of commission years ago, is because of the left wing. Now you think about it, why would any motherfucker, any redneck dude, any poor white guy living in a fucking trailer and somewhere in the fucking South, why would he wake up one day and say, gee, I want to join the Republican Party or the Tea Party. I want to join the party of the rich. Okay, rather long give a fuck about these people's income tax or some shit. Or what they owe on a damn yacht that they shouldn't have bought, that they're stupid and they bought a fucking yacht or some shit. And now they owe money for it, and now they don't want to pay it, and they want to take it out of your fucking bank or your tax. They want to take it out of you. Why would he support them? Why on earth would any common sense, intelligent motherfucker want to do that? Why? Well, turn on the fucking MSNBC sometime. And what do they say? White people are evil, exterminate white people, cut off men's dicks, even like black guys, you tell they're getting their scum, and talk about communism, and they're gonna take your guns and gun control. And if you see enough of that shit, that'll make you want to vote for fucking Hitler. It's total nonsense. It doesn't do any good. And it's the only damn reason there's a right ring. It drives all the white dudes over to the right ring. That's what it does. It's divisive bullshit that doesn't do any damn good. And the one thing they still support, let me say this, it's an eagle. Like an eagle, it's a left ring and the right ring of the same eagle. They tell you. It's the same fucking establishment at the top, like a puppet master controlling both sides. They still control both things. They're still fucking you over. It's not like, there's no real choice. And one thing they did do good, the left still does good, is gay marriage, which I support. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that first of all, they have to make themselves seem at least almost legitimate. So they took something that any body with two brain cells to rub together would know is good. Gay marriage. We know that's their right. They should be able to marry whoever they want. So they say, okay, we'll support that, and we'll support abortion. So that's the two things we're going to base this on to make it sound like it's legitimate. But in reality, they're trying to fucking piss you off. And the other thing is, the gay people are so pissed off, they're so tired of being shitted on by this stupid Christian country and you motherfuckers, that they eventually said, fuck it, we're gonna do something. So they kind of like, we have to support that. But everything else about the Democrats, everything else about liberals, it's just as bad as the fucking right wing. In fact, a lot of it is the same thing. You know, they both support wiretapping. They both support TSA. They both support, Bloomberg, which is supposed to be left leaning. He's an independent, but he was a Democrat. He supports stop and frisk, which is one thing black people actually should be pissed off about. Okay, which is basically stopping black people on the side of the road and searching them for no fucking reason just because they're black in a certain neighborhood. They're right about that. They should be mad about that. So a lot of the shit that the left wing supports, same thing the right wing supports, and they support things like fucking gun control and shit on top of it. It's like, how do either one of these fucking political parties have the balls to come out in support of marijuana legalization? No, they don't. Okay, the right or the left don't support it. The right wing's more vocally against it, but the left wing doesn't support it either. And then you can even look at the right wing, like Ron Paul, for example, and now even Fox News coming around more supportive of it than the left wing is. How much did MSNBC ever talk about that? They don't talk about it. So you have a situation where, but both don't do it. It's like, so both, it's basically like, you have the nerve to smoke, this is the left, in the right, but really the left. You have the nerve to smoke a fucking joint? You're gonna smoke a damn plant? My God almighty, somebody raped that man. We're gonna put you in a jail cell now with Big Bubba, and he's gonna fuck you in the ass for the next 20 years because you smoked a damn joint. And then, on one of these fucking controlled media, fucking Washington D.C. ran talk shows that they had, that they replaced good talk shows like Jerry Springer and Phil Donahue, which were good talk shows. They replaced them with these stupid talk shows like Wendy Williams and Katie Couric and all these fucking retards and The Talk and The fucking View and all these idiots. They're gonna make fun of you, and they're gonna sit around a table and make fun of people for getting raped in their ass because they smoked a joint. And then at the same time, when a case comes up and some bitch fucked some dude and he didn't pull out of her in 5 seconds, she decided halfway through, gee, I don't like this, and you don't pull out in 5 fucking seconds, you're a rapist, and they put you in prison to get raped. And if you say, well, technically, that's not fucking rape, they say, oh, you're a misogynist, you rape supporter, you monster. And this is the bullshit, and that's the only fucking reason there is a Republican Party. People look at that and say, you're a fucking imbecile, okay? And people who would not be caught dead voting for the Republican Party, they do it because it's the only damn option out of people who are talking about killing them. Yeah, it's like, what good does that do? Explain what good does feminism do to me? And I mean, it's a total bullshit and trash culture. And yeah, And I mean, there's other things. This is a stupid culture. We need a new left, new liberalism, and a lot of it is designed to destroy the left wing, real liberalism. The dictionary definition for the fucking left wing or for liberalism is somebody who is not, let me think so I'm remembering, let me remember. It's somebody who is not strict, it's somebody who is tolerant or open-minded to others and is not strict in established views or ways. That is a fucking liberal. Does these people sound like they're fucking liberals to you? No, they're not liberals. What it is classic cultural Marxist. And it's a form of fucking social Darwinism. If you look up, for example, Margaret Sanger, which is praised by liberals and feminists as being the first feminist, and she's whatever. She was in the female chapter of the fucking Ku Klux Klan. Okay? And she, even though the Klan originally was against the Nazis and they believed America should blow the fuck up out of Germany before they did. So, I mean, that's how crazy the motherfuckers are. They were against their own type of people or close to it. just because they weren't American, basically. I'm not saying the Nazis were good, and I sure as hell ain't saying the Klan was good. I'm saying that's their only fucking logic for why they were against it. Whatever. She was one of the few people who actually supported Hitler. So this bitch supported Hitler. And she talked about, like, even abortion, which I support. This is going into that. She would talk about how we need to get rid of these black reeds, how we need to destroy them and get rid of black people, and they were whatever. It's essentially, they use abortion almost, particularly in black communities, as a form of eugenics, which I don't really care. Abortion's abortion, but they use it as a fucking form of eugenics, basically. And I mean, it's goes back to what I said. It's cultural Marxists, not economic Marxists like I am, or I don't know if I would say that, but I'm somewhat Marxistic. No, these are cultural Marxists. Okay, and cultural Marxism is the same as fucking libertarianism. It goes back to libertarianism. It's designed to self-destroy a country or whatever and bring down civilization so other people, other systems, whatever, can go in and set it up. It's the same shit, and they're trying to bring down liberalism because that's something they're really against, so that they can put in place a fucking police state. I have my own theories of who's doing this, why they want to do it, but I'm not going to talk about that. But that's what the fuck they're doing. And it's obvious as fucking day. So, P666.